1838. 175 years. 175 साल. That's not very, very long ago. No? Okay, let's see. It was 20 years before 1857? 1857, dude. अपनी original आज़ादी की uprising. And it was what? Around 100 years before our independence? Freedom at midnight? Remember? यार सच में 175 years is really not that long ago. It was just about 145 years before we won our first World Cup. Made our first trip to space. It was also just 160 years before the world's largest democracy became its youngest superpower. It also took 175 years for a new India to emerge. A new India that has finally found the courage to look deep into its heart. And also shows us the promise of an India that we all hope to be a part of. Yup, 175 years back. It's not really a long time ago. Actually, it seems like just another day in the life of India.
We would like to give academic education a lot of importance, but practical knowledge even greater importance than that. We want to make sure, therefore, that our curriculum is industry focused, and most importantly, our kids get enough practical experience. It is very important, we believe, to grow EQ and SQ, emotional quotient and social quotient. We should play on the edges of our kids. At the end of 2 years or 4 years that you spend with us, if we are able to help you find your passion, we would have done our job well.
Bennett Job Guarantee was an idea which came up when Bennett Coleman decided to get into setting up the Bennett University. Now, what speaks better than the company which is setting up saying, okay, we trust what is going into the university, we trust the input and we trust the output also. Bennett Coleman is saying that without the graduates even getting into the university, they are giving a stamp of approval for the overall total quality process which the university is investing in.
My hope is that we can bring in some of the latest best practices into education, working with employers, for example. We can bring online learning technologies to the campus university. With online technologies, there are so many things that we can do that are absolutely spectacular. I'll give you one example. Just imagine if a student does homework and they get instant feedback. Bennett will adopt some of these revolutionary 21st century ideas of combining online and in-person to provide the best of both worlds for the students so that they can not only get much better outcomes from their learning, but also get jobs in the industry very quickly following their graduation.
The focus is not just on pure academia. It's actually a focus on soft skill development, the development of communication, teamwork. And I think that bringing that focus right from day one in the university, I think it's a great move. And I think the other way, the way the campus has been structured, the kind of profile of people that they are bringing in to provide inputs, the openness of the university team to take these inputs, I think is a signal of greatness that's going to come. And I think it's a very positive attitude.
Engineering and technology professionals of the future will have to be both specialists and generalists. They need to be able to communicate their ideas. They need to be able to use them to create new innovations. And with India moving into an era of entrepreneurship, I mean, with so many new startups, we know the popular ones, Flipkart, and so on. I think that there is an opportunity for young people to contribute in the future of innovation in industry in India. And I think that that means that the education institutions have to focus on teaching some basics of entrepreneurship and innovation, but also on applied innovation. Creativity and innovation and entrepreneurial skills can be engendered through education.
Imagine if you were to walk into a university which is all about letting you explore yourself and explore your ambitions, explore your strengths, and all of that around the aspect of building entrepreneurial thinking. Imagine a university where you can actually do real life startup, and we will support you, fund you, mentor you.
So, first of all, since it's part of the Bennett system, that itself is a very great positive differentiator. Secondly is the interdisciplinary nature, which we are clearly going to have from day one. Then we've looked at certain segments which will be common to across the board. IPR is one area. Similarly, knowledge about law, giving concepts of dual degrees or specializing in the main core area along with something else. We are thinking about those. Lastly, the international exposure.